Today's book is Mastering Fear by retired Navy SEAL Brandon Webb and John David Mann. Now, there's a reason for the recent explosion of books and podcasts and videos by retired Navy SEALs. They have been taught and learned a way of approaching life and approaching goals that the rest of us are in desperate need of learning. Now, I've recently had the great privilege of doing some physical training under retired SEALs, and it changed everything. This was not the first book by a Navy SEAL that I'd read, but I wish it had been. It's fast, it's easily understood, and it's a perfect primer for people like me who let our own voices and habits get in the way of what we really want to do. Now, it is not designed for military or first responders or law enforcement, although they too, of course, can get a lot out of this book. But it is really designed for civilians like myself who are statistically not going to be facing life or death situations, but who have also let fear rule their decision making. Now, you know in your heart if you need a little kick in the butt to get moving, right? To accomplish the things that you want out of life. If that's you, then I cannot recommend this book highly enough. He doesn't BS with you, he's not offensive about it, but Brandon Webb talks to you like he's your best friend who knows when it's time to shoot straight with you. You know that tone of voice? So, highly recommended for anyone whose biggest stumbling block is themselves. And you know, just by hearing me say that, if you are that person. So this book will help you take the next step. It's not about physical training, although I personally highly recommend that, but it is about assessing yourself and taking action. So, what does this book offer writers and artists and other creatives? Well, if you're anything like me, your own fear is the number one thing that stands in the way of you progressing in your career. This is not a book about doing push-ups. This is a book about harnessing your fear and putting it to work for you. Now, Webb does not agree with the idea that we should try to get over our fear or pretend it doesn't exist by using positive mantras or anything like that. Instead, he points out that fear is a very real thing, and it's a very natural thing, and that we can learn to put it to use. It's a very short book, it's a fast read, so for any of you who are artists or creatives or who just struggle with self-doubt and wonder if you have what it takes to get to the next level, then I absolutely recommend this book for you. Mastering Fear, a Navy SEAL's Guide, Brandon Webb. Take a look.